Hello. Hello. Let me check that my internet's working good on Facebook. It is. And it's got that 10 to 15 second delay. Happy Valentine's Day, friends. Anyone going out on a big date? Did you get a card? Did you get a special present? I'm not doing any of that. I think that my son-in-law, who lives in the same house, my daughter and her husband rent the in-law apartment at my father's house, which is where I am. I'm his full-time caregiver. I think he's getting heart-shaped pizzas for everyone for dinner. So that's my Valentine's. But that's good enough. Flowers and cards and chocolate-covered strawberries and, all that for years. I don't need that anymore. I'm good. I got you. So, it's Friday. And usually Friday is when I do show and tell, vintage and yummy contemporary jewelry sales. Vintage and antique, mostly costume. Husky. Hello, Husky. Good Lord. I only today, because it's not raining, am not in a fibro flare. You're on my list for this weekend to respond to. Don't give up on me. Please don't give up. So generally I would be doing, a lot of show and tell and discussing with you all the details. A lot of this stuff, Kathy Wiseman, hello, honey. Cool. Thank you, Husky. A lot of this stuff I have shown before, or it's not necessarily going to require a lot of discussion. And because it's Valentine's Day, I did, Kathy, but I didn't have a chance to invoice you, but I did get it. Thank you, sweetheart. Because it's Valentine's Day, I brought pieces that I'm gonna bring at lower prices as my gift to you, right? That's what I was thinking. I'm not in, just because I'm bringing what I may call lower end doesn't mean that they're not pretty, beautiful, brand name, or otherwise. It simply means that I decided that today I was going to pick pieces, a lot of which I've had for a while, or which are just maybe a little less desirable. Not every single piece is like that, but a lot are. For prices that people can afford. And we're going to see what happens with that. So, housekeeping, all my packages except Kathy. And someone who's been just ignoring me for quite a while, and I think their box is going to get taken apart and the items going back in rotation, are shipped out from my last 2 weeks. What is this? Isn't it the end of week 1? I do 2-week build-a-boxes. So next week will be week 2. And then I will invoice out starting next weekend and have everything invoiced, as long as it's paid, shipped out by the end of that 3rd week. That's how I roll. I use PayPal and I use Pirate Ship. That's what we all do. And I ship from the San Francisco Bay Area, Berkeley, to be specific. Anything else I need to tell people? I don't know, except I'm glad you're here. And if you could give me a thumbs up at some point, that would be fabulous. Yeah. How's about that? Oh, there I go. Doesn't matter. I always forget that my cursor isn't directly in the post a comment on my computer, and it bounces me out into some other place in the StreamYard. And then I have to come back. But I'm back. I'm here. And if I get blurry, let me know. Because, for instance, I came upstairs this morning and looked at some stuff and printed out shipping labels to go to the post office. And thank God I did, because for some reason, my computer shut down all my browser tabs in all my StreamYard, mail, YouTube account, etc. And I had to sign back in to every single one of those to be able to be at this sale today. And my computer, which saves, just like my iPhone, all my passwords, was not putting them in for me. Hands up, I don't know why. I could do without technology. So I'm gonna do this item first. And like I said, if anyone has any fantastic, interesting Valentine's Day things that they're going to do, or they did, or they made, let me know. If you just need a friend, you're happy to be here, let me know. It's always fun for me to talk to you. So let's see if my banner, it looks like it's correct today. Yay, it's not covering the whole screen. Success. Okay, this starts at 16. I have brought it before. I love this. I got to tell you, it's not Bakelite. Is it vintage? I don't know that either. I am unclear what it is. I have tried and tried to figure this one out. I mean, it's a bracelet. That much I know. It is a really cool and interesting design. That much I know. It almost looks either like balloons or broken sand dollars. It's a heavy plastic bracelet. It's kind of hollowish sounding, almost like it's a lucite, but I don't think it's that old, but I could be wrong. I can't find anything like this. So was it someone's project? I don't know. And it's got this clear coat over this, so it's brown, and then someone dropped and applied and manipulated these white designs. If anyone knows, hi Cheryl. Cheryl, hi, happy Valentine's Day. Cheryl, you're never in my chat. Hello, it's so nice to see you. Cheryl and I talk via email all the time, but she's never in my cells. Hi, Cheryl. Yes, it does. A tree limb or slices of a mushroom or a sand dollar, or I don't know. I really like it. I think it's very unique. I think it's really artistic. But I can't find any information. It is one solid piece. It does not test positive for Bakelite. It is, listen to it. Got that kind of unique, different sound. It's not light. Yeah. It does it glow. Hi, Melly. Happy Valentine's, Melly. Does it glow? Well, holy bejesus. Melly. Like molded resin. Well, there you go, Melly. Thank you. Like molded resin, because it's something very interesting. Oh, Melly. Melly. Where you been all my life, lady? Melly. It does. The brown. I don't know. Of course, we can never see this correctly. But see right there? The brown glows a green. Just a slight kind of murky green. Melly, I need you to come to my sales more often. Melly. Molded resin for the win. Melly. So it's molded resin. So then, Melly, does it follow my train of thought that this was likely handmade? Because I've never seen one like this. So let me give you a dimension and show it to you on my wrist. I got this for my birthday about 3 years ago for my 60th birthday. I love this. Sajin, moon goddess. Ooh. But I got to take it off in order to start trying things on. So let's do that. Melly, molded resin. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. Well, then it's a type of lucite. Right. Doesn't date it as there's old and new. Right. Yeah. Well, see, it never occurred to me because Apple was in here one of my last sales and was asking me if Bakelite glowed. And I've been dealing in Bakelite forever. I'd never heard that, but I was like, okay, let's try it. And it did not glow. Molded resin. Yeah, it's a type of lucite. And now look, right here, it's just the slightest bit tight on my hand. But it goes over, no problem. I think it's a statement piece. I think it's stunning. It reminds me of nature. So I'm good with that. But based on how it's fitting me and just going over, I bet I'm going to get a size 7.5 when I measure it. But I'm going to tell you to be on the safe side because it's just a little tight right here. I'd prefer to say size 7. Melly, I need you. That was great. Yeah, 2.5 inches inside diameter. So I would like to say size 7. I'm a 7.5. It goes on. So if you have slender hands, I mean, this is not that wide. Go for it. Small fingers, go for it. If you're smaller than a 7, like a 6.5, or if you like big and it falls down, 6, you could wear it as a 6. A little big. It's 1.5 inches wide. 1.5 inches wide. Yeah, Melly, vintage costume jewelry is still my first love. And plastic. Anything plastic. And I'm all over it, which is why I picked this piece up. Okay, so this started at 16, and I don't do recaps. So anyone that's coming in, watch my preview that I dropped, and or if you come in late, put your speed on ×2 and go through and see what you're interested in. If it hasn't sold, I will drop it back in the chat. But I have found that recaps, they just don't do a lot for me in terms of selling anything. And I spend so much time talking with y'all about everything. I'm just like, yeah, not worth it. Yes, Melly, I can tell from watching you for quite a while now. I don't always chat, but I'm there a lot. That you've been like me, selling for a long time, and you know what you're doing. I have full confidence in you. So I love this. I believe I could have started it a little higher, but that's okay. Today I want to get some deals. Okay, Millie. This is this really sweet, starts at 14. This is the lowest I've ever brought it. Bow brooch, gold tone with the cutouts, with the ceramic or porcelain. It's porcelain flowers. There is no maker's mark back here. I'll take it off this in a second. So that's not a clue. There is zero damage to these tiny little Capa de Monte roses. There's the open pink, the closed red. That's not broken. That's just part of the closed rose. And then this yellow daisy, and there's green leaves. I think this is from the 70s or 80s. Was it made in Italy? I don't know. There is no mark. I think if it was made in Italy, it would have a mark, but then again, maybe not. I think it's really sweet. It's a nice size without being overwhelming. Matches my shirt. Starts at 14. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. I don't know where you're all coming from, but God bless you. I appreciate so much that you're here. It is 2 inches wide with the bow and 1 1/4 inch long. Starts at 14. It's really sweet. And it's got roses. Valentine's Day, right? Yeah. Okay. It's going down. Don't do recaps. Did I get a raid or something? Where did everyone come from? Everyone who's here, anyone who's new, I appreciate you. I feel a lot of gratitude right now. Start. And I jump around all over the place, and I'm very eclectic. So roll with it, y'all. Just roll with it. Okay, let's remove that price. I think Melly has a show tonight, unless she's not doing it because of Valentine's Day. So this starts at 9. This is a teeny tiny celluloid, carved celluloid. So it's antique. Little basket of roses. Brooch. It's tiny. It's got all the little details. Even the handle is made so it looks like it's woven. It's got the green leaves coming up. Here's the back. See the very old fold over pin, brass. And see the back. You can see how it's carved. And it's tiny. Tiny. In the 60s, these teeny tiny pins, although they weren't this small, started being called scatter pins. So I guess you could call this a scatter pin. It is just a lovely example of an antique pin. $9. Filled with roses. Valentine's Day. It is, and again, my prices are low today. This is about 3/4 inch long and not quite 1 inch wide with the flowers. not quite an inch wide with the flowers. Yeah, I think it's adorable. It's very, it's an antique. I mean, that's what I have to say about it. And would just be something you would want to, like, see how I have this bird and this courting couple. It would be something that I would add a pin like this right up here with all of those, right? Because that's what I do. So, okay. It's going down. I'm putting everything in a bag. Thank you, Melly. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 by my birthday, April 20th. Millie, aren't you having a sale in half an hour? Don't you usually have a Friday sale? Or am I just nuts? Both could be true at the same time, Melly. It happens. Okay, let's move away from that. And like I say, I'm all over the map today. So that's the way it is. Okay. I'm going to bring a high-end item. Yes, I am. I have a few. It's Valentine's Day, and I thought, I have about 5 rings that are higher end, and I thought that someone might come in today that wants to buy themselves a Valentine's Day gift. So this is a gold and a rhodium plated. I don't know the proper terminology for, I know this is some, I would call this filigree wire work. Don't know the proper terminology for it. It's open weave is one thing that comes to mind. And it comes up kind of and this is bumped out higher. The rhodium right here is, hold on. Let me back this up. This is sterling silver plated in rhodium. Okay, this is the correct word. So this is the rhodium to make it shiny and gold. This is bumped up just a little higher than this. It's very comfortable on. Here's the inside. It's a really nice ring. I bought it for myself. It's in perfect condition, but it doesn't fit me. It's too small for me. But it's a really, really nice ring. I will give you the measurement on it. I do have a ring sizer. Did you all, did you do a raid? Someone? I can't. So, there's the bottom. I mean, there's the US, there's the ring sizer. The bottom sits at a 9. The bottom sits at a 9. So I'm going to go with that. I hate to say that it's a 9 just because the bottom goes all the way to a 9, because the whole thing wraps around and the top is closer to an 8.5. So I would like to say, to be on the safe side, 8.5. That leaves room for, if it's a 9, it will still fit at 8.5 and leaves room for swelling fingers in the winter. It's a really beautiful ring, y'all. And rhodium, sterling silver, rhodium plated rings sell for a lot. And I love this S detail in here. To me, this is definitely Valentine's Day ready and wedding. Got anyone you want to propose to? It would be gorgeous. It would be gorgeous. And it's been tested. I bought it from a reputable source. So I'm not concerned that anything I'm telling you is incorrect. So I'm not going to try to find the markings. But there it is. If you change your mind or you're watching on a replay, please let me know later. It's going down. Didn't mean to snap that in your ears. Sorry about that. Okay. Melly, are you having a special Valentine's vermeil? Okay, well, I was told rhodium plated, which makes kind of a vermeil look. But so, Melly, we're going to get into this because I'm learning my precious. I'm learning my precious jewelry because I've always just dealt in costume. So when I learned vermeil in rings, that was different, like triple gold, like white gold, rose gold, regular gold was a vermeil. So, no theme. Nothing. I think you mean you're not doing anything. So what I'm asking you, I guess, is would you consider like the sterling silver with the rhodium plated to be vermeil? Because that's just not how I learned it. So I'm just curious. Okay, I'm going to do something completely different right now. And somehow, by being on that ring instead of the other stuff, I lost a ton of people. I don't know how that happens. I had more people in here than I think I've ever had before. And in showing that ring, they all disappeared to gold over sterling. Interesting. Okay. But I was told that it was rhodium plated. So here we go. Thank y'all. All right. So this starts at 11. This is my red Valentine's Day object of the day. This is a 1950s. And it is bright red. I hope that bright red is showing up. Plastic, AB coated, 4 strands of beads. And what I love about this, first off, I love plastic, so I'm okay with that. It does not have a Japan or anything on the clasp. Secondly, what makes this really, really nice and lets me know it's an early 50s, potentially very late 30s piece is these beads here. These cut older brass beads. See these beads? I like them, and it lets me know it's older. It's got the gold tone spacers and just the simple red beads. $11. You can tell that this has been around for a while, which even though this is usually the bold, bright colors, 1950s. So I really am sticking with 1950s, early 1950s. It's on cord, strung on cord. That's another clue. The fact that this metal plating has worn off over the brass lets me know one of two things. Either it was very well loved, or that's kind of where I fall back on. Is it like really early 50s, possibly just super late 40s? The other reason I say that is because of this, also Germany, possibly, but it doesn't say that anymore. This teeny tiny hook clasp. It's teeny tiny. It's one of the earlier ones. But then see, the beads have a seam. So I leave it up to you to decide. There is no signature. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. It's just your basic necklace. Very light because it's just the beads. $11. Yep. And if 11 isn't good enough, I'll drop it to 10. I can't go lower than 10 because of what I paid for it, or I would. If nothing else, I love the red. I love plastic, but I love these cut open beads. For me, that's what makes the whole necklace. Okay, there we go. There we go. Thanks for looking. Thanks for being here. Yeah, gold over silver. See, but I was told rhodium plating because I feel like it's gold over silver also, but that's not how it was sold to me. So no one else out there is getting like a heart-shaped pizza or anything? I mean, I wasn't doing that, but but the son-in-law is. So let's get rid of this. Whoopsie, nope. Sorry. Thank you, friends, for helping me. I appreciate it. This starts at 16. This is a Coro piece. It's a later Coro piece, but I love it. I've shown it a few times, and this is the lowest I've brought it. I've always been surprised it hasn't sold. It's beautiful. So it has these lilac colored rhinestones. It's a flower basket, right? And this is a metal cut and raised to give the reflection and the idea of rhinestones. But there are no rhinestones in the metal. Just here, these beautiful lilac purple rhinestones. Really nice. And it is a pendant right there. I think this is from the 70s, a Coro piece from the 70s, late 60s maybe. Late 60s, early 70s. Here is the pin back, and starts at 16. Where'd it go? Oh, come on. Where'd it go? It's right there. That's why I moved the pin. Here it is. Don't you just love it? The Coro is right there. Oh, good Lord. This always happens. It's right here. It says Coro and copyright Coro right there. And it's just not going to show for y'all. I don't know what to tell you. This is the way it is. So it's a nice big one. And I think it's really pretty. It's super sparkly in the sun. And this lilac colored rhinestone is unusual. So that's why I picked it up. I like to, but I have a lot of people jumping in and out. I like to pick up what attracts me, what is has movement, what is a little bit different. Yeah. So that's what I do. That's how I curate for it. And I keep in mind what you like, what you've bought before, what you ask me to look for. And then I just go with unique, eclectic, and shiny with movement and plastics. So this is 2¼ inches long, essentially, and 2¼ inches wide. And it's both a pendant and a brooch. I would wear this as a pendant. I would put this on a chain. It has no wear. It's a very nice piece. 16. Okay, I'm going to put it in a bag. I don't do recaps. So, could you imagine going through all this jewelry and picking it all out, and then when you put it away because you're going to store it, putting it all in bags? Hold on, I just dropped it. Putting it all in bags, and then you show, hold on. You know, I usually show up to 40 pieces a sale. Even when I do housewares, I'll do like 40 pieces of jewelry and vintage housewares on Monday. Do you imagine? Got to put my chair back over here. Going back through all of that and untying the bags and, you know, writing this whole list down. I don't gotta go. Bye, Melly. Thank you so much for coming in. I just mailed your package and have a terrific sale tonight. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. Let's do this set. I'm not clear if I've ever brought this set. And if I have, am I bringing a bunch more bracelets? I'm not, so I can put this back on. If I have brought this, I certainly haven't brought this in quite a while. And it's a set. And I've had this squirreled away in a box for 30 years. I have never seen another set like this. Wow, look at that. I've had it squirreled away in a box for 30 years, and yet, and still, so sorry. It has like a super old price tag, because I bought this on eBay. I used to be an eBay reseller. I still have stuff up there, but I don't do eBay. Not until I'm a full-time caregiver. So after my mom's gone, after my dad passes, I will do both YouTube and eBay, and I could sell on knickknacks. But the problem is I have 2 houses. So some items are here, some items are there. So once that happens, I'll go back to doing that. But I'm taking some time because I literally have, from whoever I bought this from, some original sticker on the pin. Okay. I believe this is from the 60s, and I can tell just now looking at the pin and how it sticks through on the back. This is from the 60s, possibly late 50s, but based on the smaller poking out of the pin, I'm going with 60s. It is this beautiful, what is that? A 3-layer, 4 layers of a daisy flower enameled with these faux pearls, the green leaves, this kind of traditional, when they did all the flower pins, they always had this back in the 20s and 30s and a lot in the 50s, they would have this usually down at the bottom where the entwining branches would go up. Here it's at the top. Look at this. You see how they did the gold tone metal to have the stamens popping up? I mean, they went to a lot of trouble to make this a pretty fancy piece. It's a big piece. It does not have a maker, of course. You see how it's not a swedgeback anymore, like the 50s flower pins. And you see here how the pin, where'd it go? There it is poking out just a little, not like gravely way over here, like at the turn of the century or even into the 50s. These would stick out much further. They started cutting it down shorter in the 60s, and by the 70s, that was gone. So this is the back, and it's heavy. It's not light. And I can't get to these faux pearls, but based on the luster of them, I believe they may be a little glass pearls because they really have that luster. And then I'll give you the size of it in a minute. And please give me a thumbs up if you're coming in and going out. It would help me a lot. And happy Valentine's Day. I appreciate everyone who's here and lurking. It has these matching, just green floral clip-on earrings. I'm quite sure this had a necklace and a bracelet and was a whole set from some maker. Unknown. There they are. And these are tiny, clip-on. So if you don't wear clip-on earrings, I would wear the pin, and I would put these on my shirt collar to accentuate it, or clipped right here on a dress. Or if you can wear clip-on earrings, put them on. I'll show you what they would look like on my ear briefly. Some clip-ons I can wear very comfortably, and others I cannot. And these ones are tight. Woo! I don't. These ones are tight for me. Hold on. There you go. See how pretty? Stay on just fine. They're not damaged in any way. It's hard to get them on when you already have earrings on also. So this is a very big pin. I love it. See that? It's probably 3 inches long. Starts at $17 for the whole set. These are my Valentine's Day prices, y'all. Let's see. And I know a big reseller just had a costume jewelry sale today. And so, yep, 3 inches long. And I saw, and 2 inches across in the flower. I saw the prices that one of the people were bringing stuff at, and I thought, wow, I wish I had a lot of money to invest. They were reseller prices. So this and the clip-ons, $17. And if no one's interested, I'll hold on to it for a while. I'll be okay with that. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Cheryl, are you doing anything for Valentine's Day? Does anyone do? I mean, young couples do. Is Valentine's not? I mean, I know it's still a huge thing because we sell all that chocolate and all the flowers, and restaurants are so busy, and people go get their nails done. So, I mean, I know it's still a thing, but is it kind of like a passe thing with the older generation? I don't know, but I'm curious. Does anyone know? This starts at 14. These are beautiful. These are beautiful, and I am going to leave it up to you. I will show you both together. And then I'll do a close-up. I have a feeling about these. These are pierced earrings. They are costume. They are definitely vintage. Prong set. Now, I just want you to see them together. They're tiny. I want you to see what I see. So first, see how that's very gold tone? Okay. Next, you see how well prong set that is? What a good job they did. Then look at this gorgeous, now see, I cannot, so you see this gorgeous gold metalwork, that right there. Is beginning to come off. It looks a lot more on the computer than anything you see in person. And you see the fine lines and this tiny little cutout metalwork. Okay, I have a theory. Let me show you the other one. Let me show you the back. Here's the back. See how there's this movement? But they are together. Here's the inside with the cutout. See the gold coloring again? Here's this piece. My theory on these, starting at 14, is that this is just my theory. Just my theory. There's no markings. I think these are antique. I think this was gold plated. I don't think it's rhodium over a base metal. And I do not know if this is green glass or if this is green jade. I do not know. And I do not have a precision. If it's green glass, it's not the usual kind of green glass I'm used to seeing, which is like Czechoslovakian green glass, Coke bottle colored, no, 7-Up bottle colored vases, etc. This is a much kind of deeper green, and there's no opaqueness. Now, the only other thing, and I'm leaving this to you to decide at $14, even if it's just old green glass pierced earrings, it's completely worth it. The only thing that makes me hesitate, but not so much with a jade, is that the back is entirely covered over. But with jade, I think that that's fairly normal. That's not abnormal. You wouldn't do that with an amethyst, etc. But with something as common as jade, you would. And jade was very common also at the turn of the century. So I just have that feeling, and they're so delicate. And I've held so much of this in my hands that's my theory. The earring backs are not there. I even have, see, this is where I get into the show and tell and the talking. And I'm looking at this for a second to just see something. I wonder if I can tell. I'm going to look at this with my loupe for just a second. I'm curious. Now. Nope. So I was wondering if perhaps the post had been replaced, because see how it is very gold, and this is also gold, but it's wearing off, but this is so perfectly gold. I started wondering if there was one of these that could open so that these were new posts, but I don't see an opening anywhere. So another mystery. Teeny tiny, teeny tiny. Really nice, really dainty. Very, even if they're not as old as Victorian, very Victorian styled. And lastly, because I really love these, right there at the bottom of all of this, the metal has a little point, a little rounded point on the bottom of all that scroll work. Don't know why. These are very unique, and I just think they're older. So they started at 14, and they are going down. They're going down, and they are going in the bag. You know something I bought to resell later that I'm excited about? I don't think it'll be coming this Monday, but you never know. Is, yeah, right, Cheryl? I feel like the posts look newer because the other is so worn, and the electroplated gold over all that wire work is worn, but the posts are just screaming gold. So, but so that would mean maybe these little tiny things were on clip-on earrings, and they were someone's grandma's or great grandmother's, either, and they took them off and they put them on gold posts so that they could wear them. Happens a lot. That's why I examine things so closely. And 14 was a really good price for those. So I bought really inexpensive, and I will be bringing at some point, turn of the century tiny black skirts for underneath the Victorian bustle clothes with these huge hems, and a black lace mourning, Victorian mourning scarf. Yeah. Wow. I'm very excited about those items. So if anyone else is excited and wants to see them because you might be interested in purchasing, give me a shout. Email me later. They are fabulous. Okay. I'm going to, what am I going to do? Okay. I'm going to show this. This is a buy it now. Buy it now for $7. So this, I've shown this once in months and months and months. It is a very heavy, muted, very soft music note brooch with these lovely swirls. It's got movement, it's got depth, and I mean it's heavy, it's solid. Right down in there it says made in England. I would say this is probably from the 80s, maybe the 70s, but that says, let's do it right, made in England, which I find fascinating. So did someone go to like a music event, a museum? Because it's a musical note, I don't know. But I thought it was really cool and different. And it's big. And this is, again, this is heavy. So I think this is maybe like a scarf clip more than a brooch because it goes sideways like this. So maybe it's not a musical note. Maybe it's like the wind, right? Like, yeah, use your imagination. Maybe it's supposed to be the wind. The minute I turn it that way, I feel like a storm. And so it would go here to hold your scarf together. I could have used this in the last couple of days. Noelle. Hello, Noelle. What's going on? Noelle or a wave. Yep, an ocean wave. Pounding on the shores. Oh, yes. Tsunami. Miss Tsunami. Yes. I totally see that. And made in England. And it's got weight. So Noelle is in at 7. If anyone else, well, you can't. Noelle bought it. It's a buy it now. So it's sold to Noelle. I will tell you the measurements, but it's a buy it now. So that's the end of that. $3. Seriously, the things that come out of my mouth. 3 inches long. And 1 3/4 inches wide down at the bottom with the. Okay. Whoops, let me put my cursor in here. I'm going to screw it all up. Thank you, Noelle. Excuse my typing, Noelle, and everyone else. Going over here. Okay. Thank you again. All right. So jumping around. I'm gonna bring this little pin. Look at that. I didn't bounce myself out or all around anywhere. unbelievable. I always do. Let's get rid of the buy it now for 7. Sorry, my nose is runny for some reason. I apologize. I don't know why. It's been it's been pouring down rain here in California for like 3 days and very cold. And then it's been a very weird emotional time in addition. Stuff with my dad and my family. So today is kind of weird. Thank you for being here and cheering me up. So this starts at 9. I'm 90s, 2000s, but I love her little angel pin. She doesn't have any rhinestones. Well, wait a minute. That's not true. That's not true. I just made that up. It's not true at all. This is a teeny tiny rhinestone, and these little circles here are all little rhinestones, just little chips. Here's her feet, and she's holding a star. For anyone who needs a little angel brooch, holding a star from heaven or the heavens, here she is. I think she's really sweet, and that's why I have her. There is no maker, but she's very nicely done, even with being modern. And now when I say that, modern, but with a little bit of that hallmark of how pins were done back in the Victorian times. And this is certainly not that. I am not saying that. But there's a way in which these 3 come together like that. And any of you who've been with me for a while will see what I'm talking about. It's just a little different. So at any rate, that's the back. No idea who the maker is. I just think she's really sweet. And the front here with the little, wondering what that is, the little black pieces that are there. I think, oh, there's even a couple of rhinestones in her wing. I think that little bit of blackness is meant to be there. See on her face and here to give it definition. So, woo, I bring her back here and she's super shiny. There you go. I'll give you a dimension. 2.5 inches long and about 1 inch wide. So remember, I don't do recaps, and I appreciate everyone who's been here today. I've had so many people, and please give me a thumbs up. Please, if nothing else, subscribe if you can. It only takes a second. You don't have to come back. So there's a little angel pin. I just think she's really sweet, and I will continue to bring her back. Someone needs an angel in their life. Lord knows I have a lot of angels, but I often forget that I have so many people looking over me and standing behind me and on my shoulders and carrying me, both metaphysically, spiritually, and in person. I forget. And so, I need a reminder sometimes. And something like that pin is a concrete concrete reminder for some of us that, you know what? Someone has our back. At least one someone. Okay. This today, because it's Valentine's Day, today starts at 29. It's vintage. I'm thinking 80s, 90s, maybe 70s. Okay. These are a little hard to date, so I can't do it exactly. Here is the back of this beautiful Millefiore piece. There's the wire that goes, and look at the cobalt blue, the oranges, the reds, the yellow. It's beautiful. So see the wire that comes up into the jump ring is crimped around twice and then ends on the front with the pin. So the pin went in first and they brought it out in the back and they wrapped it around the jump ring. Here is the front of the heart. Millefiore, this is not Chinese. This is Italian. It's a big size heart. Then it's on this linked, very light. So see, this is what makes me think it's more like the 90s. Linked, very light chain, but it is not a repop. It is not Chinese. At least I do not think it is. Not at all. Here are the other beads, the other Millefiore beads. Really pretty. And here's another one. It goes along and along up to here with a barrel clasp. Barrel clasp. Very 80s, 90s. And here is the other three Millefiore beads. And the gold tone links they're very light. So that's nothing to write home about. But these beads and how they connect, again, they have the wire through and then the pull down to put onto these links. So if nothing else, I love that. If you really didn't like the chain, look at this one. You could pull these off super easily and make your own necklace. The beads probably cost, with the heart itself, close to what I'm asking. I think it's beautiful. So here's the heart again. That's the back. Here's the front. It's a big size and it's long. So let me put it on over all this. Dun, 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 and show you. There you go. So it hits right at the beginning of everything. Perfect length, very nice, lightweight. What is the start, Husky? 29. And I paid up for this piece. I'm not making a lot at 29 at all. But it's Valentine's Day, so I'm good with that. So let me give you the links. I try to put my start on the screen, Husky. But, Husky, I can forget. I can forget. So, please, chat, yell at me. Get my attention. Put fingers that point up. Type in, stop, wait, Lucinda. I'm okay with that. The chain is 14 inches long on both sides. So the chain is a total of 28 inches long. And the pendant is almost 2 inches long. Almost 2 inches long. Could call it 1 3/4. And just a smidge over 1.5 on the width of the heart. No, that's fine, Husky. I'm telling you, yell at me. Don't be sorry. Do not be sorry. So it's a beautiful piece. And if I could go lower than 29 for y'all, I would. But I can't. I can't because I did. I paid up. And I do that. I mean, you will find that I say that probably on about 1/4 of my items. And when I say that, I literally mean that I saw something that I thought was lovely and I bought it knowing that, I might only make a few dollars on it, but I would make a few dollars and I would be able to bring it to you all because I know it's something that you would be interested in. So I do that. Okay. When you stepped away, did someone bring you a big box of chocolates, Husky? Or did you have to answer the door to get a giant bouquet of flowers? You never know. Okay. I've done this one a few times lately. I'm going to do it again. You got flowers earlier? That's lovely. Husky. That's a keeper. You're very fortunate. That is just beautiful. Okay. I bought this. I have bought this. But I've brought this a few times. Today it starts at 30. It is a spectacular 1960s, possibly 1950s green check glass. I can tell by the color of the green. It has it's multifaceted. It's cut so well. White rhinestones all around it with the black wash to make it stand out. Look at all the prong kind of. It's not, so it is prongs in that it's holding the green glass on, but it's also a cut metal decoration. So it has two purposes all around the green glass. It is adjustable. I don't think it's ever been adjusted up. So it's not going to hurt it if you do. And it is, if I remember correctly, hold on, I'm going to show you the back. Maybe it's not. Hold on. I can't see. I can't see in there. I think it said 925 somewhere. Hold on. I will try. I think this is the one. Yeah, that's right, Husky. That's right. We start off in all the wrong ways, and then so we get married for all kinds of other reasons, and we become friends, and then we grow up, and we so often grow apart, and we don't continue to cheerlead each other on as friends, which, as I have grown, I have realized that first and foremost, what I want from any relationship is a friend. And from there, it can grow. So you're very fortunate. Okay. I cannot find that it says sterling silver in here, but I think it says something in there, but I cannot get to it. So I'm not going to continue to try. I don't think it's sterling silver. I think it's pewter. And there may be just a maker's mark in there. But I think this is pewter. Look how beautiful that stone is in there. I was really surprised. I thought the very first time I showed it, it would sell. If this fit me, I would not be getting off of it. I love this. It could be older than what I'm saying. Could be. So let's see, what is the size starting at 30? The size of the band is, without being adjusted, is an 8. Oh, blowing it out. Is an 8 right down here. 8. But this can be adjusted all the way over to there. So this, I wouldn't take it much past the very end there. So this can be from an 8 to a 9. And this is a large ring with green Czechoslovakian glass, these white rhinestones, the dome with this beautiful cutout detail of the metal and the prong setting right there. They left it open like fine jewelry to let the line shine through. And look at those cuts. I'll tell you how big the dome is and the width. It's I really wish it fit me. This is because my first love is costume jewelry. It says right up my alley. But even at a 9, it wouldn't fit on the right finger. So the length is 1 1/4, and the width is 3/4. So it's a large size. Last call. Beautiful. Oh, I wish it fit. Do I have Bakelite? No, I don't have Bakelite. I wish I did. I wish I did. I have these other items from my preview. And I'm not quite making enough sales in the last couple months to do a lot of restocking. My restocking is limited. So I could wind up having another clearance sale. I do have my last piece. Noelle, cover your ears. I do have my last piece of check glass. But it would be very expensive. But I don't have any Bakelite. But Husky, thank you for asking me. I want people to ask me things like that. Now, so Husky, do you collect Bakelite? Because then I will know that, I have at least one person besides me who loves Bakelite. And I will, I'm always looking for it. Like I showed that resin brown bracelet that is not Bakelite, but is a resin lucite that the brown glows. It was so cool. Can I see the check glass? Yes. So what I'll do is, excuse me, I will show it, and then you all can let me know if you're even interested in me giving a price. Here's the back. It is a spider. So if you don't like spiders, don't look. It's beautiful. There it is. It's gorgeous. So that's my check glass. If someone's interested and you want me to give you a price, let me know. Oh, looky here. Oh, that's because I was just going to say I just found another ring, but I remember I bought this ring to sell. And look what happened. I bought this from a reseller. I paid decent money. I was going to make, like $5 or $6 on it. And the amethyst fell out. God only knows where it is. So there's just 2 peridot stones in there in a sterling silver ring. Have no idea what to do with it. There you go. Okay. Moving on from that. Let's do this piece. Whoa. I appreciate everyone that's here. You could be anywhere. It's Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for being here. If you could remember to give me a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to help me get to 500. It's Valentine's Day. Be nice. Okay. This starts at 20. Here is the enamel on the piece of copper. Ugh. Sometimes ring lights are great and other times they're horrid. I love the design. It feels very nature to me. I mean, that's just, I know this is a older, probably 1960s homemade piece. Here is the back with, again, that black wash. So someone made this and layered it with all this beautiful, like foil colors. And punch 2 holes, and this is a copper chain. And the chain construction itself gives me more of the 50s vibes, but I don't think that's that old. It could be. It could be. See what I mean? It's just got that 50s Renoir type of chain thing going on. I don't know. And it's long. No clasp because it's meant to just fit over your neck. Bring the ring light back. Every time I bend down and I put a necklace on like that, I feel like I'm bowing to you all, which is fine. That keeps me humble. I'm good with that, but that's what I feel like. Okay, so keep in mind I do have this big, chunky, modern, multicolored necklace on. So again, it falls right down here. So it's probably going to be, again, about that 24 to 26 inches in total long. It's a really nice piece. And depending on where the light hits it, it has different movement. So I'll measure it. And yeah, just holding it and playing it and moving around with it, you smell the copper. I picked this piece up because of that enameling on copper. Is the colors, the orange, the blues, the yellows with the swirled black and the blue. It's got so much movement and depth, and the light plays on it. So I picked it up. Movement, depth. We talk about that all the time. 14. Uh-oh. Let's do it again. That didn't feel right. Yep. 26 inches on each side, including the pendant. So there you go. Okay. Okay, it's going in a bag. It's going in a bag. All right, I'm going to do a set with the glass earrings. I brought some more simple things tonight. And then I'm going to, and if I start putting in just me typing in numbers a lot, because I don't do recaps, I will leave. Just because it starts to be really boring. You know, that's what I think. So, I mean, it's boring for me, but I also think it's boring for you, the viewers, right? To just listen to me talk and have numbers typed in over and over and over again. I don't know. I don't think it's an entertaining lifestyle when that happens. So I'm not demanding that you talk to me. I'm just saying I think that people find it boring. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So this is made in Japan, 1950s. I have had this in a box for 30 years because I love the colors. And again, this ring light's driving me nuts. I feel like it's blowing the colors out. So there's this green. Let's do it like this. You've got your white plastic beads with your seed bead gold spacers. Those are glass. Then you've got your, hold on. Those are glass pearls with that high luster green. And this is a plastic like jadeite green. This is glass pearls. See the glass beads? Then it's got, oh, it's 60s. Look, because there's a crackle bead. There's a crackle bead. Is that plastic or glass? Plastic. The crackle bead is plastic. And then this is this, I don't think it's picking up correctly, but this is like this creamy, really interesting cut plastic bead. It almost seems as though it may have some AB coating because it picks up like some pink color. And it's got just the, you know, little finial caps. It is 3 strands. Here is the hook with the extender. Right there it says Japan. And see what I mean? How this hook is a very solid, large hook, whereas the red plastic beads I showed you was that tiny little copper hook, more typical to earlier than the 50s. That's what I was talking about. Now this, you know, is just that where it hits like here, here, and here. Okay. So the bottom is going to hit right at your sternum. It's not a choker. And it comes with the piece de resistance for me. These are older, but I'm putting them together as a set. These are all glass clip-on earrings. This is likely German or Czechoslovakian. These green glass beads. These in the middle are actually textured. You can feel the texture. And you can see the clip-on backs are older. Again, it's that older style. Thank you, Cheryl. So, if someone was interested in just the earrings and you didn't want to have a whole set, although I like the whole set, but if you only wanted the earrings, I would sell you the earrings for $15. There isn't a maker that says, you know, destroys me nuts. Hold on. Hold on. See, I'm saying Czech and West Germany because it's very much that style. But then I get over here, and sure enough, it says Japan. Now, but what I'm going to tell you about this, because Kathy and I, so this is going to go down. Kathy and I, Kathy Wiseman and I, she helped me. We went through this whole thing with the black perfume bottle, cut Art Deco perfume bottle that Husky bought. Japan took out truckloads of Czech glass before the First World War. And so with just like the perfume bottle with the I Rice on it, was very confusing because that was Japan. But the glass was so clearly, and it even was marked on it, made in Czechoslovakia. Very confusing. Well, this is Czech glass that Japan then made into these earrings. Or perhaps it was already made into the earrings and they just stamped the clip-on. I don't know. But I know this is Czech glass. And I know it's from the 30s based on the little seed beads. So, Muppets. Muppets, Muppets. Oh my God. Happy Valentine's Day, Muppets. Everyone say hi to my buddy Muppets. I haven't seen Muppets in months. Everyone say hello to her. She's one of the sweetest people you will ever meet. Speaking of angels, I don't know where I put my angel pen, but she's an angel. Oh my gosh. Muppets. Muppets, did you get a whole bunch of flowers or a big box of chocolate for Valentine's Day? Last thing I heard when I was listening in to Dandy at a sale, you've been working really hard. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy. And on Valentine's Day, what are you doing here? Oh, so sorry. So sorry to hear that, Muppets. And I'm glad you're getting better. There's been a lot of horrendous flus going around. Muppets. I should send you that angel pen just to send it to you. Dandy has obviously been so busy with her own sales and with, school and all that. I haven't reached out to her in quite a while, but I need to. So these are these beautiful sterling silver, maybe gold, maybe gold look. They're not marked, they're artisan with amethyst hookback earrings. These are simplistic, very much, have kind of a little bit of an art deco thing going on. Just gorgeous. Look at them. And like I say, I don't know, cannot say with 100% certainty that this is gold. I can say that's sterling silver, but they're not marked anywhere. But even the little bit of tarnishing, slight scratching, it's really obvious to me. Oh, you're working in Canada, Muppets? So are you staying with Nightmare? What? There's the back. See, there's no markings. They're just an artisan piece. But they're so sweet. And there is the little amethyst. See how it changes colors, like some inclusions. I don't think it's glass. It's very interesting. I don't even know. Is that the gold reflecting in there? That's something I've never. No, that's just the stone reflecting light. It's not open in the back like they usually do, so I think that's why. You're staying with Nightmare? Wow, that's so interesting to me. I had no idea all this was going on. I am so out of the loop. So they are this long. They're just dainty, delicate little things. I mean, honestly, and they just caught the hook just got on my other lever back ones. So that's it. They're tiny, tiny, almost like a heart, but not. Starts at 20. You're staying with Nightmare. Well, Muppets. Give Nightmare a hug for me, and Nightmare, give Muppets a hug for me. Okay, these are going down too. They're going in the bag. And based on, been on an hour and 40 minutes. Thank you, everyone that's here. I so appreciate it. Based on one $7 sale in an hour and 40 minutes. I think I'm going to show like a couple more items and then I'm going to close it. I don't do recaps. And I don't stay on for like 8 hours until everything sells because that's not worth it either. And I can't do that as a caregiver. Good. Aymar. Hello. That's so cool. You guys get to hang out. I bet Dandy is jealous and she wants to be up there with y'all. And I bet it's freezing. Woo. I thought it was cold here. I bet it's crazy cold there. So this is a point in my sale where, sometimes I go 3 hours or so. But if I go 2 hours and I really haven't been making sales, I have to call my time, my energy. Time is money. I have to say, So if anyone has come in and they, have fast forwarded through my sale by putting their settings on 2 times and they see an item they're interested in, put it in the chat, please, because I'm going to close the sale soon and I will take your request. Or if you're watching on the replay, you can claim then. But I, Muppets, yucky. But I, I have to, I love you all. I want to be with you all, but I have to be smart about my time. It's something I learned the hard way because I will stay on for hours and hours, and sometimes not make any money. And there's so much that goes into this. And at some point it just becomes like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't highlight this. So this starts at 17. This is a tiny little pin, probably from the 80s, that's marcasite in there. Sweet little flower. Really sweet. Look at that. Oh, there you go. Now you can see from the shine all the little pieces of marcasite set in there. It is not sterling silver to my knowledge. It is not marked anywhere. It's just a very sweet, subtle little marcasite floral pin. Here's the back. And again, this is one of the things I've had in a box for 30 years. Because I just thought it was so sweet. And I, from my early days with eBay, when eBay first started, I squirreled it away. Oh, sorry. That's my dad's caregiver. And now my dog is in here. Oh, no. Shh. Tug. I apologize. Tug, come here. Come here. Come here, puppy. It's okay. It's okay. Come here. I'm sorry. He doesn't like doorbells. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, hey. Shh. I'm sorry. Come here. Come here. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. What a good boy. Thank you. What a good boy. Thank you. Sorry. So this doggy, yes, my doggy. Hi, Patsy. Oh, no. This is not good. Where's my dad? He'll be there. So this is Tiny. And yes, I can sell the little carved frog. I would love to sell the little carved frog. I didn't know if anyone would be interested. Patsy, I can bring that up. Thank you for asking me. So I'm going to say, without measuring it, this is a little bit less than an inch in diameter. It's marcasite, and it's just an adorable little pin for 17. If I could pick up this little loud barky dog and show him to you, I would. But he weighs like 28 pounds. I can't pick him up unless it's an emergency or I need to get him in the bathtub. Oh my God. Okay, y'all. This is terrible. I have to go get the door. Where's my dad? Okay, there's my dad. He's going now. Okay. What the heck? All right, so this is going down. I'm so sorry about all that. Also, if you're ringing someone's doorbell and you're a caregiver and you know that they're like 87 years old, don't you think you might give them 3 or 4 minutes before you ring the doorbell again? Because they're old and God only knows what they might be doing and how long it might take them to get to the door? Just saying. Jesus, that was annoying. Sorry. I thought I was going to have to get up and answer the door because she was so impatient. Tug, we're not doing that. Ooh. Okay. Tug, come here. If this keeps up, I'm going to have to go take him. Okay. Here. Y'all are going to have to give me the grace. I promise I'll be back in 1 minute. I have to let my dog downstairs because he's going to keep barking. I'm sorry. I'll be right back, Patsy. Tug, knock it off. Come here. Barking ass dog. Nope. Hey. Tug. None of it is okay. Go downstairs. I'm in the middle of a live sale and everyone's ringing the doorbell. I can't have any patience. It's not okay. It's not okay. Okay. It's not okay. Okay, I'm back. Everyone out in the hallway is telling me, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm like, it's not okay. And then the caregivers are always scared to death of this little dog. And I'm like, you could kick him and overpower him. Okay. And then the poor dog, he doesn't want to go because him barking is actually him saying, I want to protect you. But I'm also excited by who has come over. And I'm going to bark at them for a couple minutes because I'm not sure if they're okay, but I also want their attention so I can play, right? But if you don't own a dog, you automatically tend to jump into, oh, they're going to kill me. Okay. I'm here. I'm almost done anyway. Oh, good Lord. Okay, Patsy, this is the frog. I'm here. I'm going to take a sip of my La Croix, my fancy Valentine's Day drink. Okay. Balanced. See, I can get flustered, but I can also come back into my center most of the time pretty quickly. Just make some kind of gesture, take a breath. We're good. So this adorable little frog. Starts at 28. Now, as long as, wow, there is a lag of like 30 seconds to a minute on my YouTube. Wow, from StreamYard? That's really bad. Hold on. Patsy, before I show it, I want to go to my notes. And there you go. Okay, so the frog is made out of Amazonite. That's what I wanted to know. And that's what I wanted to tell you. So I've talked about all of these that I've picked up before. This is a small family that's had this business forever. The mom and dad are both gone now. It's just the older brother and sister. And they have been buying and carving their own minerals for 40 years. So he sits up on this big piece of quartz and Amazonite. He is a blue. I'm sure these are little, beads in his eyes. Here's his feet. And he's, oh, look, there's like a little hole right there with how the crystals form. And inside there is probably the Amazonite, just like how it is on the top. This is the Amazonite color, this blue. Well, I think Amazonite can come in many colors. I'm not sure, but he's blue. He's nicely carved with lots of detail, a little bit rough. I love his back legs. This end is higher. Look at all these crystals. And then it's kind of sideways. So lower, getting taller again. And here is the bottom. And this is also crystals and more of that, the blue white. Probably the Amazonite forms on regular quartz crystal. I don't know enough about it, but that's what I'm seeing. Anyone here a mineralologist? So, Patsy, this is the little frog, and I'm assuming this is what you were talking about, and it starts at 28. So, I love this frog. So, you let me know, Patsy, if this is what you're interested in. And if you're interested in that there's more crystals, I love him. He's cute. He is cute. And he's, I don't know, like half a pound or more. Not quite a pound, but he's a big one. I see Patsy's in at 28. And I'm going to give you a link and I'm going to say, thank you, Patsy. I'm going to say, fair warning. If anyone else is interested, you'd have to come in at 29 or higher. Patsy, you have a zoo. He's hard to measure because one part of him is 2.5 inches in the front, but then in the back, he's like 2 inches, and then he's like 2 inches tall, not including the frog. So, and how wide is he? Well, I mean, 3 inches kind of on a sideways like that. He's hard to measure. So if anyone is interested, last call, you would need to come in at 29 or higher. If anyone else is interested, when it's above 50, it goes in $5 increments. So I love this frog. I've had him since, well, I've only had him a couple months actually. So great, Patsy. Patsy, and you have a zoo. I want to know about your zoo. Thank you, Patsy. I want to know about this zoo you have. Do you need a carved turtle? I want to know about the zoo. Thank you, Patsy. Okay. I do. I want to know about the zoo. What's up with the zoo? I am going to show these. Oh, I better write it down, Patsy. Woo-hoo. Patsy. Turtle. And I love the turtle. Nightmare would be saying, free the turtles. Free the turtles. I don't know what the turtles are trapped in, but they do get trapped. But in this particular case, I don't know. Okay. I'm going to show 2 pairs of earrings. And then I'm going to be done. Unless, there's something you've seen previously back behind me that you're like, I've been eyeing that thing for a long time. The Empoli decanter with the roly-polies, the Empoli giant snifter, I don't know. Where is he? Where's my buddy? My hobo pottery jar over there, face jug. It's lots of things back there. If you've seen them in previews, you've been eyeing them, you're thinking about it, let me know. Wow. That's saying a lot, Kathy. Because, look at me. I brought this the other day and I was like, it's just these little multicolored plastic things except for the dyed abalone or mother of pearl. I don't think anyone's going to like it, but I'll wear it. And I'm, to me, that's pretty far out. I didn't think. Oh, right, that it's Amazonite, Patsy. And that it's hand carved. Right, note. Amazonite. Hand carved. Mindo. Okay, I got that. Thank you, Muppets. It's all just plastic except for this, which is dyed abalone. But I love it, but nobody else really liked it for what was it, like $13 or something? I don't know. So I was like, well, I'll wear it. I'm taking it. Let's go. So if someone's more eclectic than me and Kathy and Noelle, that's saying a lot, Muppets. Okay, these start at $15. I love them. Artisan piece again. Silver tone and brass in this movement. 3 pieces. They all move independently. Oval triangle. Wire. I just think they're fun. They move. They spin. Look at that. I like them. They are slightly heavy. So if you have, my nose is running today. Maybe I'm getting sick. I sure hope not, because then I'll get my father sick. They're slightly heavy. So if you have older ears like I do, where, the ear holes start getting longer as you age, and heavy things just pull that down, you may not care, or you might not like it. So I like to warn people about that. but it is nice heavy metal. This may be a pewter. I don't know. They're artisan, but I don't know. I think they're sexy. They have movement. They're hanging on my ears and they're moving around like wind chimes and circling and coming back together. And they're about like this long. I like that. And when I was younger, I would have worn them all day long. I just can't now because I'm older. So you can see, look how long that hole is. This is just what happens as we age. Snort. Kathy's snorting. So they are 2 inches long without the wire. 2 inches long and a little over an inch wide at the bottom. $15. I think they're really cool. That would make a very silly. There it is. Can I do it? Oh, Patsy. I know. No, I just have a little bit of a runny nose, but it did. Okay, so I get allergies. Oh, that's it. I get allergies. And this house, my father's house, is right in the beginning of the East Bay Hills. So it's, it's up. And in the backyard is a creek. And it's like flooded rain here for 3 days. I think we got almost 3 inches in 48 hours. So the rain is continuing to come down the hill, and it comes down, it flows under the house in a French drain. The creek, overflows its bank. Every time this happens, it's like insane. And there's like a little bit of a mildew kind of thing that grows. Not on the walls or anything, but like, so I bet that's it. Actually, we were just starting to have the pollen, and then that makes sense. No, I got sick with a cold for the first time in 6 years a couple weeks ago, and it was very mild. I was just wiped out, and I was so grateful because I know the flu this year has been outrageous. Okay, so let me ask the chat. Thank you for that, though, Patsy. Let me ask the chat. Do you want me to show a more modern, fun, like lucite heart earrings? I wonder if they glow after Millie went through all that about resin and lucite. They do. Or they do. God, who knew about this? Or a contemporary expensive ring, or a brooch. Someone put in the chat. Or do you want me to show all of those? Someone type in the chat. Little fingers. Or, medium-sized fingers like me. Anyone? Mm-mm. No? Okay. Well, tell you what. I'm making up your minds for you. Now, thanks to Millie, I learned something. I didn't know lucite glowed. Nope, did not. But we discovered that with the brown bracelet that I brought earlier. That's like a lucite molded with those, like, I don't know what, cut sand dollar design. So these start at $15. These are lucite hearts, gold and black. with a gold metal. It's a heavy, it's just a metal like embellishment. Wire, gold wire earrings. I love the colors of these. And again, I love that they move. They're longer. Here's the back. Are these mass produced? I cannot say if they're mass produced or someone made them at home. The resin mold, I lean more towards that someone handmade these. It's thick. Now let me show you that it glows. What the heck? I mean, does it matter? I don't know. I guess if you go to raves. So here's the amber honey with the black, right? It's green. See that? Who knew? What the heck? So if you go to raves, you're good. You've got some long, sexy heart earrings that are going to glow at the rave. And they're very light. So these I could wear all day long. No problem. Yeah. And here's the other one. In the sun, these will be gorgeous, reflecting the light. Yep. Okay. Now, I just realized something. I'm going to give you the length. I just realized that my dad's caregiver showed up. She's probably served him dinner. But, okay. I have to tell my dad not to eat. The pizza is coming. And he is, I'm sure, forgotten all about it because that's what he does these days. They are 2 inches long and they start at 15. 2 inches long and they start at 15. So I think they're beautiful. And I think they're homemade. Okay. So nobody had any particular requests. I showed a little more than half of what I brought. I didn't make, made one sale of $7 and one sale of $28. And of course I had to pay up for the frog. So, but I enjoyed hanging out with all of you on Valentine's Day. I very much appreciate that you were here. I hope that you can give me a thumbs up. And I hope that all of you, Noelle. Okay, well, Noelle, hold on then. I have to go tell my dad not to eat. Noelle, I asked you if you wanted to see it, but you didn't chime in. Noelle, hold on. The dog is downstairs. Dad, do not eat because Miguel is bringing a pizza. Remember the special treat? Do not eat tonight. Oh, so yeah, I'm in the middle of a sale. Yep. Do not eat. Okay. My God. Okay, Noelle. Noelle. Okay. I feel like I'm multitasking like crazy in the middle of a live sale where I'm just supposed to be hanging out with you all. And I was going to close, and now Noelle. Batsy. Yes, I never went to a rave. Rock and roll, punk rock. Yeah, no house, no rave. That was like way after my time when I was a mom. Nope. The keep track of the cases has been taken down so we can't avoid those areas. Oh, Kathy, you're talking about all the CDC information. Yeah, 100%. Yep. That makes me furious. Where the where the flu is highest, where the avian flu that's jumping to the cows, that's, jumping to humans, all that stuff. Yeah. There is a measles outbreak in Texas. Oof. Yep, it's a problem. Okay, Noelle. Noelle. This is my last piece. Noelle. Noelle. It's expensive because, number one, I love it. That's not why. Oh, Noelle. Number two, it's this spider bug in check glass. Oh my God. I am in love with this. I am in love with this. Look at it. Okay. Look at it. Look at it. Who says that? Oh, Thomas, Sue's husband. Look at Thomas. Okay, sorry. So it's got this huge stone for its my God, I used to know the name. It's abdomen, but there's more than that with a bug. And then this light peridot green, light green, and then like a peridot green on each side here, purple, and then the blue for the antennae. And it stands way up tall. Wouldn't this be a gorgeous? When this see, I hesitated to show this because Noelle has, this is my last piece that I have right now, and Noelle has been buying a lot of this from me, and I don't want to break her bank, like seriously. Look at the prong setting, look how high it sits up, and I think this would make a gorgeous ring. But that's just me. I mean, I would wear this as a ring all day long. So, Noelle is in at 65, y'all. If anyone else is interested, I'm going to give fair warning. Noelle, bless your heart. Noelle loves check glass. You would need to come in at 70 because it's above 50. Look at the construction of this thing. And see the, okay, let's, she does, Kathy. And see here, when I was talking about the older pens and the construction of pens, anyone who's hung out with me for a while, see how this is really thick, the construction, and even this part, it's thick, it's more meaty, it's just not chintzy, it's a whole different animal. Ugh. And they left the ends open right here and on the sides right there of the spider, like to let some light in. That's interesting. Okay. You think I'm very fair, Lucinda? Oh, no, well, bless your heart. Am I? I try to be. I really try to be. I try. Thank you. That means a lot to me because I try so hard to keep my prices, even of my modern contemporary stuff, to, to fair. And often I buy something And I make $5 on it just because I think that you all would like it. Okay, so I am going to do, thank you, Noelle. That is so sweet of you. That's my Valentine's Day present. I will take that to heart and to bed with me. So last call unless someone wants to come in at 70, and I will tell you how long it is. And I will be on the lookout for some more of this gorgeous glass, but it's going to be a while, so your pocketbook will be safe for a while, Noelle. It's almost 2 inches from the butt of the abdomen to the antennae. And then from leg to leg, it's a little over 2 inches. Yep. Leg end to leg end. Okay. I gave everyone a good chance because I know there's a huge lag between, whoops. Let's do that again. Between you, StreamYard. Thank you, Noelle. That was very nice. Spider. Thank you, Noelle. Yeah, I don't have any more. So you're safe for a while. It's going over here. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. I appreciate everyone that's come in tonight, everyone that's given me a thumbs up. If I have any new subscribers, thank you, thank you. I will, Kathy, get your invoice out this weekend. Next week is week 2 of my 2-week Build-A-Box. And Monday will be my themed Monday's mod styling. It will be a theme of housewares and jewelry. But I don't know what that theme is yet. So you'll have to watch for my previews to see what it is because I don't know. I haven't decided. I haven't thought about it. I'll think about it tomorrow. I'm going to go have my heart-shaped pizza now. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you more than you know. Again, happy Valentine's Day, and maybe tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. It could be today. Happy Galentine's Day. Okay? See you later.